You are not a sum of your stuff, but it can say a lot about you. It echoes your beliefs, your values, your thoughts, and the way you see life. By the time you hit 40, you've already got a lifetime of stuff surrounding you. Midlife can be a time of transition, of divorce, of menopause, of unexpected change in body and mind, of the awareness that time is running out and deciding to make the appropriate changes, to stop focusing perhaps on work, and enjoy exploring other dimensions to yourself, or letting go of relationships that aren't serving you anymore. Still holding on to memories of your ex, an old jumper that's hidden at the bottom of your wardrobe, or the odd picture of you together around the house that you haven't put away yet. Or rediscovering yourself after children, of who you are and what makes you happy at this point in your life. Your grown-up child's room still frozen like a time warp with childhood paintings and toys. Your stuff partly tells the story of you and all of those transitions. On the outside, life can look great, but get a little under the surface, and many women are at odds with their minds and in conflict with their bodies and souls, and that often shows up in their clothes and home. When you declutter and organise areas of your home, the space feels transformed and everyday life gets simpler and happier as you reframe memories and are able to move forward and step into feeling better than ever into the gorgeous next level you. If this topic interests you, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell. And if you're ready for a complete declutter, I've popped the link to my free guide down below in the notes. By the end of this video, you'll have 3 easy to implement steps to decluttering your home so that you can feel a renewed sense of everyday ease, calm and contentedness. I'm Aleksandra Olenska, and I've worked as a creative director and stylist for luxury brands including Chanel, Celine and Vanessa Bruno, as well as magazines including Vogue and Harper's Bazaar. And I've been featured in international press including Forbes, Elle, The Sunday Times and The Independent. I now help directors and leaders in midlife and beyond to rebalance that work, busy lifestyle you've become accustomed to, because you know life's too short to stay in that career-driven comfort zone. I help you to redesign and restyle your life, especially at midlife with life-changing transitions such as the breakup of relationship, divorce, menopause, or turning 40 and beyond. From your home and your wardrobe to your mind and social life, I help you with your stylish next chapter to step into your best life, because I know you're ready to rock life again. First of all, play home detective. You can later apply this to your wardrobe too. And there's a whole video devoted to wardrobe decluttering. Many women tell me that they want to feel like themselves again at midlife and beyond. And a really great way of doing that is getting rid of physical objects that are irritating and remind you of negative experiences from the past. Simplifying your stuff and making your life today more beautiful. To do this, it's important to reflect on what your relationship with your stuff says about you and why you want to hold on to certain things. Consider what your clutter secretly helps and hinders you with. Does your clutter keep you in your safety zone, for example? Living in a cozy cocoon of the past, even though you're so ready to move forward in your life? Is your clutter fear in disguise? Does your clutter keep you from having people over, even close friends, let alone a new lover? And sometimes that's the point. You keep it messy maybe out of fear sometimes. And when someone does come over, it's that frantic whirlwind of tidying. Does your stuff keep you holding on to an old, outdated version of yourself? A life that maybe you wish you still had? Before he died, my father told me not to have too much stuff, as it ends up owning you. Apart from the loss of the person, there's nothing sadder and more emotional than sorting through someone's house or apartment after they die. Some of my clients are widows or grieving past relationships after divorce, for example. And this process can be painful to think about. Yet the process of decluttering can be extremely helpful as part of a journey towards wholeness again. Conversely, maybe you live in a picture-perfect house with not a thing out of place. If so, think about, what does your lack of clutter say about you? Perhaps you have a house like in a magazine with nothing out of place, but it doesn't feel lived in. Maybe you feel slightly on edge in it, but you don't want to change. Or maybe you're simply obsessed with status or style. What does it say about you? There's no right or wrong. It's just putting in place some thoughts so that you can be more intentional about what you want from your home and your surroundings, your wardrobe, for example, in the future, to live your best you. I once worked for a designer who was a complete minimalist. Her space had little furniture and the kitchen had even less food. My stomach kept rumbling nervously in the clinical surrounds and hinted at the control freakery of my then boss. Now, you might not have such a strong physical reaction, but your space nevertheless impacts how you feel, be that consciously or subconsciously. Your relationship with your stuff can likewise change depending on how you're feeling. If you're feeling happy, you let it be. But if you're feeling stressed, have too much work on, or are feeling down, it's another story. It can literally feel like it's getting on top of you. So it's about decluttering your beliefs as much as your objects and making intentional choices to move forward into your best life ever. Because clearing your space can help you to clear your mind. So first of all, get rid of micro-anxieties. It's time to banish anything that's irritating in a small way. For example, the bin that's supposed to open automatically when you hover over it, but it hasn't done so since a month after you bought it. Do you know the ones I mean? The books on your shelf that you've half read, but found boring so you abandoned, yet still feel guilty about throwing away. The millions of samples, the test samples of perfumes, of beauty products that you received when buying makeup that clog up your bathroom cabinet, and you keep telling yourself, oh, they might come in handy for travel. The 3 pairs of scissors, one blunt, the bottle opener that doesn't work, and the other one that you forgot doesn't work, that inevitably leaves red wine everywhere but the glass, the mismatched cushions that are perfectly practical but that you don't like, or the inherited ugly vase that you feel obliged to get out every Christmas, or all of the children's artwork because you know that you'll never have that time again. It's time to ditch the guilt and free yourself of these annoyances that might seem small but that build up with the power of the compound effect to have a negative impact on your everyday. It is so liberating to dispose of them. A note on getting rid of things. You can bin, donate or sell unwanted possessions, but whatever you choose, make sure that you do it straight away so that the undesirables, shall we call them, don't end up clogging your corridors or worse, sneakily coming back into usage, especially if you're a secret hoarder and tend to just move things around your home from room to room. Don't forget to book in time and methodically go through different areas of the home. Sometimes a home can seem like a time warp, with possessions feeling like a shrine to a past life. Have the kids grown up but their stuff is all over the house? Have you moved or downsized and need to sort through your stuff? Go through each room logically, room by room, area by area, and don't try and do everything at once. Break it down into bite-sized chunks that you can do in the evenings or at weekends, one drawer at a time. Decluttering the home feels amazing. You feel lighter and have more clarity about yourself as well as your style. For lasting change, it's important to change and declutter your mindset so that you don't fall into familiar habits. And that's the subject of my next video.